A soulmate, harmony in the relationship. It looks like a big letter Y, means woman. Traditional female abilities and characteristics, healings, being a healer, the home, creativity, caring for someone, being a mom. So there you go. There's an arrow. It's a long stick, but the two on either side means man. Action, being a father, protecting loved ones, being a provider, having confidence. There's another one that looks like, I don't know. It's a symbol for harvest. Blessings of investing in yourself, rewards, seeing the fruits of your labor, in essence, providing for yourself. Education. There's an arrow crossing. You have northwest, east, and south. That's a crossroads. Many ways to reach the same place or making a decision. You're at a crossroads. You have to decide which path you're going to take. What's oops? Not knowing what to do next. You're feeling stuck and you're afraid of moving. You don't know which way to take. What's oops? What oops? No oops. What's oops? There's a one that's, it's 8-sided. It looks like a star. It's a green light to go after what you want, what your life purpose is. Look at the runes closest to this one for other clues. Being an inspiration for others and being yourself. Freedom. There's one that looks like water's curlicues, and that is waves. Being moved, a deep connection to the spiritual world. Feeling of being out of your control. Insecurity. The need to connect to your life. The cyst, sudden changes and endings, making a final decision. Completing something, walking away. There's one that's an eye with little stars above and below. And of course that means the eye. Lifting of the veil so you can see. Seeing the unseen. And make sure you look at the runes that are facing the eye for, more clues. Psychic abilities, witnessing. You cast the witch's runes on a cloth and read the meaning of the runes that are facing upwards only. Of course, like I said, if the eye is looking, look at where the eye is looking. If there's a rune in front of the eye, this is the one you must pay closest attention to. No. Rap? No. Rap? What the heck? I have no idea. I don't play rap. So the witches' rooms are a little different. There's 8 witches' runes. So there's different variations. But again, nope. Not me. No. Not that I know of. I have no idea. As far as I know, I'm still here. I hate when it does that, when I don't know what's going on. Not that I know of, Valerie. I have no idea. There's no rap playing. Anyway, those are runes. And so you kind of get an idea what's involved with them. We're going to go into crystal balls a little bit. It's of course, it's another tool. It's a solid globe of glass or rock crystal, used by fortune tellers and clairvoyants for crystal gazing, of course. Do you hear anything now, Valerie? I have no idea. Anyway, it's also known like an oracle. Um, it's a very common fortune-telling object. It's generally associated, of course, with the clairvoyance and scrying. Um, there's also what they call crystal gazing. Um, and that kind of, it goes all the way back to the Celtic Druids who divined future and omens with what they called barrel balls. Um, by the 5th century, scrying was widespread with the Roman Empire, and of course was condemned early medieval Christian church as heretical. Dr. John Dee was a noted British mathematician, astronomer, astrologer, geographer, and consultant to Queen Elizabeth. And one of his tools was the use of crystal balls was included in that. Crystal gazing was a popular pastime, very much so in the Victorian era. And it was claimed to work best when the sun is at its northernmost declination. Immediately before appearance of a vision, the ball was said to mist up from within. I wish I could, like I said, I wish I had visual for you guys. The art or process of seeing, it's known as scrying. Images are claimed to be seen in the crystals or other media such as water even. And they are interpreted, of course, it's meaningful information. And of course, the information is then used to make important decisions in one's life, whether it's love, finances, travel, or business. When the technique of scrying is used with crystals, it is known as crystal gazing. Okay? Of course, they're popular props in mentalism and acts by stage magicians. In such routines, the performer answers audience questions by means of various ruses known as crystal gazing acts. One of the most famous performers of the 20th century, Claude Alexander, was often billed as Alexander the Crystal Seer. So there you go. Some famous crystal balls in the history. A crystal ball lies in the royal scepter of Scotland that is said to have been originally possessed by pagan druids. Wow, I think it's cool looking. I wish you could see it. It's it's beautiful. Philadelphia's University of Pennsylvania Museum of Archaeology and Anthropology displays the third largest crystal ball as a central object in the Chinese rotunda. It weighs 55 pounds, and the sphere is made of quartz crystal and was shaped through years of constant rotation in a semi-cylindrical container filled with emery, garnet powder, and water. Very cool. In 1988, the crystal ball and an ancient Egyptian statuette, which depicted the god Osiris, were stolen from the Penn Museum, but were recovered 3 years later with no damage done. That thing is amazing looking. Amazing looking. So very cool. So that is used, as props, but also as as they say, crystal gazing. It's mysterious. Of course, it's you see it displayed in your local psychic shops. It makes appearances in movies, books, and pop culture. So there you go on the crystal ball. Do you believe that these tools could tell the future? And of course, you have at your fairs and stuff, you have your gypsy fortune tellers. So there you go. Using the crystal ball. Some of them are just gorgeous. And also, of course, when we say crystal balls, we conjure the gypsy just like I did. With dangling earrings and her dark curls wrapped in a bright scarf. And of course, it's got to be dark and foggy. And then, of course, the werewolves also roaming the area at the time. But the modern seer is a whole lot different. She takes her art seriously. She studies. She explains her method and makes sure the person is comfortable every step of the way. And her crystal ball is not perfectly clear. It looks a little cracked, but that's okay. She includes a person by having him infuse the ball with his energies and starts reading. In crystal balls, crystal bowls, the practice of attempting to foretell events or discover hidden knowledge, augury, prophecy, and perception by intuition. Through the use of crystal balls and bowls, Ted Andrews has a book, and he wants to take divination out of the realm of the occult and supernatural and place it in the realm of regular knowledge. This is an important point. Of course, we make a big deal about certain powers of certain kinds of crystals and our magic mirrors under a waning moon using specific herbs and formulas and spells. And it's all useful and good. But the seership actually resides in you, not in a thing. So your crystal ball basically has energies. Okay. Should other people touch the crystal balls, tarot cards, and the like? I think it's a personal decision, but I think what happens is it doesn't contain your energy, then it's containing the energy of others. And my feeling on it with tarot cards is no. I will not let anybody else touch them. But I think, that's up to you. No, Andrew says no one should touch your crystal ball under any circumstances unless you're giving them a reading. Then you need them to touch it for you. But just for allowing curious people to handle it, it disrespects the magic and its spirit, as well as your sensitivity, because people leave their imprints on it. Anything that has atomic structure has an electromagnetic quality to it. And these protons of atoms have electrical and energy vibes. They interact everything they come in contact with. And crystal balls have a crystalline structure similar to our human bodies. So don't let anybody handle it. You really shouldn't. You always thoroughly clean it of all previous influence and imprints. You should soak it in sea salt for 24 to 48 hours with sea salt. That's because of the salt. You also know, salt your thresholds and things like that, so evil can't pass over it. Okay, but sea salt draws the negative energies from the ball and erases all previous imprints. For softer crystals like malachite, you use a sea salt and water solution. Okay, after you cleanse it well, remove the ball, give the salt or herbs and everything back to the earth. You place a crystal outside again for 24 to 48 hours, and this will recharge the crystal. And there's all kinds of... the best time to do this is while the sun is in astrological signs of water, such as Pisces, myself. So there you go. Clean it between uses. Keep it covered with a cloth. Dark one, because it's more protective, insulating. You're not going to get anything penetrating through it. It's a super soaker upper, so put it in a quiet place when you're not using it. Remember, you are attuned to this crystal ball. So there's all kinds. There's 3 types of crystal balls available: natural quartz, laboratory-grown crystal, and glass. Your most experienced screers recommend the natural quartz or lab-grown crystals, but use what you're more comfortable with. So there you go, crystal balls. Do you think they can give you your answers? What do you think? What do you think? Have you ever been to a fortune teller in a crystal ball?